Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, joined here by Nassau Community College head coach Joe Osovet. How you doing this evening, Coach? This afternoon.
Good.
Appreciate you taking time. Talking ball with the czar. And Coach, right off the bat, just have to ask you a question. You don't see East Coast JUCOs, and you guys have been extremely successful over the last decade or so. How come you guys have been so successful in this arena of JUCO football in the Northeast?
I think the number one thing we can relate it to and take football aside is the first and foremost thing is we have national accreditation. So when every major college team from the ACC, SEC, Pac-10 comes to recruit our kid, not only they know we're going to get a good football player, but they're going to have some type of academic resume when they leave this place. You know, we say it a million times a day, if football will take care of itself, the academic part is probably the most important aspect of everything. And like I said, they're going to get a good foot player, in the back end they're going to get a kid that has an academic resume.
And you guys hand over fist coming in, right?
Yeah, and we have kids. We have the biggest recruiting class we signed in the history of the program this year. We signed 68 kids, and they're coming all over the country. Louisville, Kentucky, as far south as Hialeah, Florida, and Miami, Broward-Dade County. We have 2 kids coming from Ontario, Canada. They come all over the country because, like I said, we play a great brand of football. We get our kids out, and over the past decade, we've probably signed 78 kids of a who's who in Division I. Tennessee, Ohio State, our right tackle this year is going to Florida State. Defensive ends going to University of Central Florida. So we've expanded our recruiting base, and we're looking to take the best possible kids that we can. Good character, willing to work their tail off, get it done the right way in the classroom, and good football players. That's what I think the winning formula is, and it's been that way.
Now, coaching JUCO ball on the field is the same anywhere. You know, you have your 100 yards, your end zones, all that good stuff like that. But it's the ancillary things that you have to deal with as a JUCO coach that's unique than anybody else. So what are the differences you see that you find coaching at a JUCO as opposed to any other?
That's a great question. I wish I could say I was Urban Meyer and sit in my office just have to worry about football recruiting every day, but unfortunate aspect, especially if you're a junior college football coach, there's a million different hats you have to wear every single day. You're half coach, half guidance counselor, half psychologist, you're registering kids. There's always something going on in your day that's not affiliated necessarily with the X and O's part of the game.
Now, Coach, you're a local boy through and through. You were born and raised here in Long Island. You played your collegiate football, starting here at NCC before going over and excelling at Northeastern. What does this job mean to you?
Well, as soon as I was done with Northeastern, I got asked to come back if I wanted to be a volunteer coach. I want to say it was 1995. 2 years later, I said, you know what, I want to be here. I graduated from here. I can see myself wanting to be the head coach here. It took a little bit of time, but I'm ecstatic that I got the opportunity. I think me being practically raised in this institution, like I said, I came here right out of Babylon High School in 1991. Grew up here, spent the majority of my time here before I left for 2 years at Northeastern. I want to be able to give back to the kids. I think it's an unbelievable program. I think the thing it does, create stepping stones for kids that are underachievers or that got overlooked in high school or that didn't qualify and necessarily do the right things in the classroom. Any which way I can help these kids, I think it's an unbelievable opportunity. I was so ecstatic when I was asked to take over this position in October. I can't say enough good things about this place. I think from the administration down to the AD, what we're looking to do to help these young men not only grow as athletes, but grow as individual people after they leave this place, it's just a win-win situation for me.
Do the players feed off your enthusiasm and your passion, knowing that you came from here and they saw your progress? Do they get inspired by your upbringing and where you came from as a player to where you are now?
Sure. I mean, I think there's inspiration. I mean, I tell them about the hardtails of JUCO ball and how I was very similar to Wade. So I think that me being a JUCO football player and them understanding the relationship that we built, I think they can relate to some of the things I say to them. I think they feed off of me. I'm a high intense guy. And like I said, more important thing, we have a great bunch of kids that work their tails off to do the right thing in the classroom. I think it's a great deal, and I couldn't be happier to be sitting in this seat right now.
Now, I've asked all the coaches this question. This is one of my favorite questions.
Sure.
I'm big on learning each and everyone's style. What's your coaching philosophy?
I think it's a unique question. I get interviewed a ton of people asking what their coaching philosophy. I think you got to break it down to different segments. The football aspect, we want to play as fast as we possibly can on offense. We want to have a defensive mentality on the offensive side of the football. Defensively, we want to fly around and play like our hair's on fire. Get as many athletes on the field as we possibly can. And just make plays, eliminate as much cognitive process as we possibly can on both sides of football, and just let the kids, let their athleticism take over. You don't want to bog kids down with too much thought process. That's the football aspect of it. Sitting in this chair, becoming the head coach, stepping away from the football part of it, I think the philosophy's got to be, first and foremost, you got to give all these kids in your program the resources to be successful in the classroom. The majority of the kids that come to junior college football don't know how to manage their time, never taught how to be successful in the classroom. So I think it's my job to instill upon these kids all those certain things and make sure there's aspects and protocol in place that's going to allow them to be successful outside the classroom, to get that four-year scholarship when they leave here. Manage your time correct, making sure you're working your tail off when you're in the classroom. That's the academic side. And then the final component of it is we talk about two things around. We talk about putting rings on your finger and paper in your hand. That's walking out of here with a championship and walking out of here with your degree, which is the two most important aspects of a kid that's attended Nassau Community College.
And I saw you have the hashtag hunt success. What that mean?
Yeah, you know, we want to put our 2 feet on the ground every single day. We want to hunt. Be it we want to hunt success in the classroom. When we step between the lines, we want to hunt success in the practice field, getting better every day. You know, a lot of coaches around the country have their own little cliches, and we sat down on a staff meeting when we took over in October. We said, what do we want to come with where the kids can visualize something that they can see and every single day know that this is they have to get after. You know, we gave them wristbands with hunt success, and we told them if the times are getting tough in the weight room, and they could just snap the thing, look down on it, and it's right there, hunt. You know, right. I know the camera can't see it, but we said today is the prey, hunt success. Every single thing we do during the day, academically or footballly, we want to hunt every single day.
Coach, you're big on preparation, and how important, or what does preparation mean to the player and to you as a coach?
Coach, like I said, well, you must have done your homework, because I'm almost the OCD in regards to preparation. But I think just like I said in the last end, there's a ton of components in preparation. A, for your players, what does that mean? I think your players has to visually see what type of goal they're going to get, what's at the end of the rainbow, and what's the process going to be to get there. Academically, is there a plan set up to make sure they're successful in the classroom? Football related, game plan wise, what's going to be the process throughout the day? You know, a typical day 2, just what we do in practice, like Tuesday might be our openers, Wednesday we might do third down, Thursday might be second and long. But the kids know when we practice those days, when we call those plays in second meeting in the game, they've already been taught what's going to go. They can almost make the call for themselves. So I think the answer to the kids is they can visualize and see what's at the end of the tunnel, if you will. They know the answer, or else I really want them to know the answer before we get to that thing. Coaching wise, I think the biggest thing in our profession is making sure you have an answer for everything you do on game day. You know, we sit in the office here on Mondays and Tuesdays. We're here pretty late. There's nothing we leave unturned in regards to the game plan, film breakdown, tendency chart. We want to make sure that everything we do on Monday and Tuesday night, that we're not going to have any surprises on game day. Preparing for double sessions, you have to know in advance, and recruiting, the coaches have to know in advance where they're expected to be and what's expected to be going on. So we have a 12-month calendar we use, and everything is spelled out from A to Z, where we're going to be on this day, what time the staff meeting starts, and so on and so forth. So having answers and making sure people can visualize and see where we want to be at any particular time is my OCD-ish, if you will, making sure we're prepared.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking time with me today, and you got me ready to go play. We're going to get to talking football in a second off camera, but I'm ready to go. I just want to say thank you.
I appreciate it. Anytime. Not a problem.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.